Retro Racing Reports from El Cajon and Cajon Speedway. It's County Stadium at Gillespie Field, El Cajon, California, down there just east of San Diego a bit. It was a very popular track. They were still on pavement at the time. I think they may have been pavement most of the time. If anybody knows if they were dirt, put that down in the comments. I've always known them as a pavement track, though. It's long gone now. Their time kind of came and went. We are at November 14th, 1976. Woo, buddy, long time ago. This was a Sunday show. They ran Saturday night at Ascot Park, and then they ran Sunday down in El Cajon. So it is the same guys, and they traveled down. At El Cajon, they wound up with an attendance of 2,680. They managed to get 23 cars through the back gate. The November 13th race on Saturday was won by Bob East. And we'll get to the guy who won at El Cajon. Part of the fun on this program is they use the same program for both events. They just call it a double event program. And there you go. I don't imagine a lot of the fans from Ascot and up in the LA area traveled down to El Cajon to see the same guys run the next day, especially running on pavement. They might go down for a dirt track. Sprint car guys are fickle that way. Another fun point in this program, we have two programs here, and so we've just kind of combined them together in this short video. But along the way, somebody managed to get some autographs from drivers. So as we go through and showing all the pictures of the cars and whatnot, the drivers had signed in various places. There's 3 of them on the cover, and you can look for those as we go along. The autographs were from Bill Casella, Mike Sweeney, Raleigh Beal, Jay East, Rick Gowdy, Chuck Gurney, and Rich Vogler. So there you go, a little bit of fun. So here's some footnotes by Ben Foote. The scheduling of 4 USAC Auto Club Sprint Car races in California by J.C. Agajanian climaxes a real comeback year for the Dean of Indianapolis 500 car owners and one of America's most respected race organizers. Agajanian himself returned to a full year of active promotion after taking 2 years to recover fully from a chest malignancy. When he started out this year, Ascot Park, site of the first USAC race Saturday night, November 13th, had been closed in his absence. He has revived the famous dirt track gloriously. Earlier this season in Indianapolis, USAC presented him with a special plaque on the occasion of his 250th USAC race promotion for his services as a USAC director and his many entries as a car owner. That's wonderful. Also in Indianapolis in May, he extended his own longevity record when he entered a car in the Indianapolis 500 for the 29th consecutive year. Before the month was out, the 63-year-old impresario outdid himself. But for the first time in his long career, he had 3 cars make the starting grid for the 500. He had John Martin, Sheldon Kinzer, and Bob Harkey. They all wore the colors of Agajanian and his partner Grant King in the big race. On to the program article itself. USAC drivers battle CRA contenders. Again, this is an event for CRA drivers, but they've got some USAC guys out here running for their national championship. Chances for a California upset against United States Auto Club Sprint Car veterans at J.C. Agajanian's Ascot Saturday night and Cajon Speedway's Sunday afternoon may rest with Jimmy Oskey of Downey, Chuck Gurney of Livermore, or Clark Templeman of Reseda. Although Oskey has never won a USAC race, he's coming off 2 sensational weekends at Ascot. He set a 30-lap track record on October 31st, and last week won the 100-lap Grand Prix to wrap up his 3rd California Racing Association crown. Gurney, a card-carrying CRA member, proved he could compete with the best of them when he won the last USAC event at Terre Haute on October 24th. And Templeman, who started 1976 with CRA and the Jack Kindle-owned Chevy that Oskey used to win the title, made an outstanding charge in a late-season return to Ascot last Saturday. He started in row 11 of the 100-lap main and finished second, only to Oskey, the race's pole sitter. The son of Shorty Templeman, three-time USAC midget champion, Clark left the Kindle car to campaign in USAC sprints and midgets himself. He had a big race at Eldora when he came from 16th to win the USAC Sprint event. At Cajon Speedway, Billy Allen, an El Cajon native son, is another upset possibility. A contender anywhere, Allen has been particularly effective at his home track, where he has 2 victories this year. Of the out-of-town contingent, the California races may presage a bright future for some of the contenders. Dwayne, Pancho Carter, Gary Bettenhausen, Sheldon Kinzer, and Billy Englehart are among those dreaming of 500-mile victories. The list of former winners of USAC Sprint events in California, especially at Ascot, is like a who's who of 500-mile racing. Indianapolis 500 winners Bobby Unser and Mario Andretti, and California 500 victor Roger McCluskey each made it at Ascot long before their victories on the superspeedways. McCluskey actually won 5 of those Ascot events before his big Ontario win. A.J. Foyt and Parnelli Jones, 2 even more famous championship drivers, came back to win Ascot after their Indy 500 wins. Lakewood's Bobby Olivero or Rick Gowdy of Cerritos, who are teammates in the sprint car section of the Morales Brothers Garage in Anaheim, have another incentive going for them. 3 Morales Brothers Tamale wagons have won Ascot USAC events. Foyt and Jones graced their machines, and former California Racing Association champion Bob Hogel beat out the visiting horde in another race in 1968. The USAC Sprints have appeared at Ascot only once since that Hogel victory. They returned for 2 races in 1972 with Larry Boom Boom Cannon capturing one and Raleigh Beal the other. Beal and Larry Dixon, the all-time leader in USAC Sprint Car victories, are former Caesar champions, joining this week's action at Ascot and El Cajon Sunday afternoon. Beal, Dixon, Carter, and Bettenhausen represent 8 USAC season titles between them. Ooh, buddy, what a great entry. And as we say, they had 23 cars coming through the back gate. It was a cold, windy, gray day. They did run 3 heat races, yet they canceled the semi out of fear of rain, or threat of rain, let's call it. The main event winner on the night was a surprise winner by many of number 29, Billy Casella in the Seymour Chevy. Nice work, Mr. Casella. And, as we mentioned, just happened to have his autograph on the front of the cover this time around. So this is the Retro Racing Reports from El Cajon, Cajon Speedway, November 14th, 1976.